Hola! Good afternoon. Welcome. Is anybody home? Hopefully this time it will work. Fingers crossed. Where are we broadcasting in?
We are broadcasting directly in Facebook. No
I
event.
think so. I hope so. That this time it's working correctly.
Well, I don't see anybody.
I don't see if anybody's coming up. I don't see anybody showing up. So we'll see. We'll wait a couple of minutes. Yay, somebody's just joining in.
We are a bit early.
Yeah, we're a little bit early. So we have 3 minutes to go. So yes.
Yeah, we've got
1 minute to go.
Yeah, 1 minute to go. Hola.
Hola, Jorge.
Hi,
Hola, Maureen. Good afternoon. Hey,
Hi,
James.
James.
Hola. So, how's everybody doing? Guess who? Who what?
Who what?
Hola, Laurie. Hey, we appeared. It worked. Hola, Janet.
Janet.
How are you? Hey, Patricia.
How
Hola.
are you?
How are you?
This is like, it takes like a while, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, you're ready for
You ready for dessert, JB?
Me too, Jamie.
Me too. My favorite dessert ever.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Mr. Happy. Jorge. Oh boy.
Yeah. In fact, it's a simple dish, but it's not also easy to, get the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Has a couple of tricks. Very. Hi, Terry. So you control the time? 'Cause I don't have a watch.
It's
It's 7.
7.
It's 7 o'clock.
We can wait if you want, or we can go directly. Yeah. I'm a bit tired today.
Yeah, we did.
I think
You
it's-
can't wait. Yeah, can't wait. Hi, Mary. So, today, welcome everybody. This beautiful lady is Ainhoa.
Hello.
She's tired. And I'm Fran. Welcome home. And hi, Sherry. Hi, Patty. Testing. Everything is working. Hopefully okay. So today we are going to be cooking tarte tatin, which is, did I pronounce it right? You look at me funny.
Tarte tatin.
Tarte tatin. It sounds the same to me.
Yeah, it's the
Hi,
same.
Beverly. Oh, we made it. So the thing is that we know it's a French tart, but it has a little story between the two of us. Because when we started dating
A few years ago.
a couple of years ago,
Well, couple.
30 years ago, something like that. So we started dating in April,
In April.
and in
You remember.
July,
In July, yes.
she moved to study to France.
No, in July. I think it was September.
Well,
August.
like 5 months later, something like that. And she stayed there for 3 years, 3 courses. So it was very, very close to Paris. It was horrible. I had to go there every single weekend.
Oh, no, forget it. You
Well,
came
every-
every 2 or 3.
Every 2 weekends. So I love France. I love Paris. And where she was studying, or she was working, it was at the south of France. And it's the place where the tarte tatin is from. And I deeply felt in love with that.
And we enjoy
dessert.
eating, and then we tried restaurants, and we tried desserts, and we tried a lot of things for 3 years.
Yeah. So that's why we are
In love with tarte tatin.
tarte tatin. And it's my favorite dessert ever. And that's why we want to share it with you.
Yeah, and it's a favorite every around, because we said we are cooking tarte tatin. Say, can I have a bit?
And now everybody's like, hey, we saw in Facebook that you're cooking tarte tatin. We want to do that. Bring some soon.
Now it's got a story. My cousin's favorite dessert, one of my cousins, is tarte tatin, and her husband is going through chemo. So we decided to make the cake for her.
Yes.
Because caretakers very often are not taken care of, so the cake is for her. So we already made one for her. We'll show you.
We'll show it to you.
And then we made another one because my father is like a baby, so he said he wanted another one for him.
And then another one for me.
So we
we have
will give
3
my father.
cakes.
We will give my father the one we are cooking today, and we will give my cousin the one that we
cooked
will
before.
show you. Yeah.
So, shall we go to the
Everything
kitchen?
explained. Yeah.
Everything is explained. Let's go to the kitchen. Welcome home. Go ahead.
So,
you go first.
I go.
Ladies first. Kink.
You know what? I think I'm a bit.
Okay, so here we have. So this is how it's going to look at the end, what we're going to be cooking today.
Yeah, but we'll show afterwards.
we'll show it to you. Okay, we need the batter that is in the fridge because some things have to be super
Okay,
cold.
I'll get
Okay, so today we are going to do this tart tatin, which is an apple tart. And the thing is that we need
very simple apple.
for the pastry, it's a very simple, you don't need, it's very simple and very cheap. You need, what is my finger? Butter, flour, 1 egg, a little bit of sugar, cold water, and salt. This is just for the pastry, okay? And for the filling, it's just apples, a lot of apples, sugar, and butter. Okay, so as we say, desserts are not light.
But who wants a light after that? It's
Yeah.
impossible.
It has to have butter.
And you have to make it with butter. Don't try anything.
No, please do not put margarine or things like that. It has to be butter.
Do not innovate
Okay,
with that.
shall we start?
Okay.
Okay, hi everybody.
Oh, I didn't. Well, okay.
Okay, so very important thing, we are going to be doing caramel.
We're going to be.
So caramel really needs to be careful because it's super high temperatures, okay? So do not put your finger in the pan because you want to taste it. No. Nina, it's your favorite dessert. Yay, mine too. Beverly, it's posted on the feed, but anyway, we have here, it is the ingredients and the quantities you may need. Okay, so you have that for the pastry and that for the filling. As you can see, super basic. It's like not difficult at all. So you have it in grams and ounces, just in case who knows where you're from. Well, we know where you're from, but... Okay, so let's go, let's start.
Okay, so...
Important things. The pan has to have no plastic because it's going to go into the oven.
Into the oven.
Okay, so
So that's what you need. You need a pan that can go into the oven. So this is a frying pan that can go into the oven, but I'll show you another one afterward, right? So let's go step by step. So first you put the sugar and the butter.
And the batter.
Let me get my fork in here.
Now you're gonna do it without.
No, it's because it's a bit sticky.
Okay.
Right. So I don't especially like the feeling of grease in my fingers. Okay, let's put it like that. It's stuck. All right.
No. Now you have your fingers all dirty. Yes or yes? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You know, one of my aunts said that you have to use your fingers while you're cooking. Yes or yes. Otherwise, you're not a good cook. She was a fantastic cook, so she was probably right.
You're new.
I don't know if they're seeing you. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay, right.
there we go.
So that's quite simple. And then, well, let's put let's heat it up, huh? Because we need to melt the butter, and we need to mix with the sugar a little bit before we start putting the apples, right?
Butterfingers. I don't know what's that, Sherry. We're not doing butterfingers. Is that the same
What
dough?
is Butterfingers?
Hmm.
I don't know. Explain a little bit so we can better understand the meaning.
Okay, so can hear I know very well.
Who? You cannot
Sherry.
hear me?
Nope. With the front camera, you need to take a look.
I'll talk louder. Fine. Do you hear me now, girls and boys?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
So I'll just be a bit louder. Yes. I've got a tendency to speak in a low voice, so just let me know, right? So you'll see that the butter is going into the sugar. It's melted, and then you start having it like in a yellow color, right?
Oh, you had butter in your fingers. Butterfingers. Ah.
Yes, I had butter in my fingers.
Okay. Candy bars in USA. Okay, Suzanne.
Fine.
Thank you.
Fine. So that's what so you see it's very simple. Once it's melted,
Yep.
right? You see it's melted. Yeah, and it bubbles a little bit. So you have to be careful with this cake, huh?
Because of the temperature.
Because of temperature. So you'll see can you show
Yeah.
them the apples? Thing is that the apples, we cut them in halves and we empty the core because otherwise it just gets into the mouth. And you see that I made it flat here.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Now I get it, Sherry. It's okay. She was playing with the words.
Okay.
Name of this bar. Okay. So the thing is that you have to put now all the apples super tight. One to each other.
Because they open.
Yeah, well, they're going to reduce in size.
Yeah.
So
That's what you do. Right? So I make them flat so that the top of the apple tart or the tarte tatin looks like flat and nice, right? Okay, I'm going to reduce a bit the heat because it's too hot. Okay, let's see.
okay. So it really has to be very, very tight. Okay, the important thing is to have all the apples like way tight in there,
Yeah.
or tighter they can be.
What happens? Okay, let's do something. Let's cut it. And right?
Okay, so if you see it's bubbling underneath.
Right? We can eat the apple afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it up, and this has to be bubbling for, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes. This is a small tarte tatin, so probably 20 minutes, and this temperature is fairly high.
So we have the temperature at 7 out of 9, okay? And it's going to be boiling and boiling and boiling. You just let it sit there and you will see how it turns out, okay? How long? For about 20 minutes. It depends on the apples, but we'll show you how they have to look, okay? So,
right. So we leave it here, and what we are going to do is do the pastry.
Okay.
So make the pastry.
So for the pastry, as you see, the filling, we do the filling first, okay? And then you do the outside. So the tarte tatin, it's a tart cake that you have to flip it, okay? So you cook first the inside,
yeah, you can
and then
explain
turn it
what
around.
happens.
Okay,
Explain
yeah.
the story.
Well, but let's start with the dough.
Okay.
Whoop,
So,
sorry. Let
the
me.
dough is a very simple short crust pastry, right? Like how do you call that? Not pasta. It's the very traditional pastry in cooking.
Yeah, it's like the basic.
Basic one. So what you put in here is like 100 grams. I think it was 100 grams of butter. Cold.
The key is that the
cold.
batter of the paste has to be cold, okay? And the water also has to be very, very cold.
Okay, before it was more important that it was cold because you had to rub it into your fingers, between your fingers with the flour, but now use a robot, so everything is okay. But try to have the butter cold. So for a short crust pastry, you do the amount of butter and you double the amount of flour, right? Like I don't know how much people who are watching cook, but that's like the very simple recipe.
No, it's not a 1,000 leaves pastry. No es una mil hojas. No.
Short crust pastry is una pasta quebrada, like a pastry that opens. But
Yeah.
it will not. It's not puff
Yeah.
pastry.
It's not puff pastry. No.
It's not puff pastry.
Okay.
That's it.
A pinch of salt.
A pinch of salt. Yeah, it always balances the sweetness. Like this one has got about 30 grams of sugar.
Not
so
much.
Let's say 2 tablespoons.
Wow, Sheila, you do it by hand? Wow.
By hand, yeah, but you really, it takes time. Well,
Yeah.
It takes long.
Effort.
It's an effort. And then an egg. Generally, people say 1 egg yolk. I'm a bit stingy, I put a whole egg. And then I just add a little bit less water, right? So, before I add water, I put everything in the robot, right? And then I'll see how much water I have to add.
Okay.
So I'll show you what it looks like. It's a bit noisy, huh?
it's gonna be noisy.
Because
So
I have to buy a new robot.
that's a hint for me. Because she wants a new robot, a new Thermomix, big time. So it's been like for the last 2 years, like we need a Thermomix. But they cost like, how much do they cost here? I know. ¿Cuánto cuestan?
1,300.
Like 1,300 euros for a robot? I don't think so. No, especially not this year.
That's about 1,800.
No, almost $2,000. It's like crazy. The thing is that when our kids they were little, we used it big time for doing the purees and the whole thing. So it was okay. Now we use it, but not as much. We're not gonna pay that kind of money again. Yes, we will. Okay, sorry. Let me turn the camera around.
We'll see. It's not necessary now, right? So you see the dough is like this. I can take it out directly, but I think I'm going to add like one tablespoon of water. I think that will be enough.
That's why you make pastry by hand. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Spain, the robots, all of these type of things, they're super expensive. I mean, they're like very, very expensive.
Yeah. In fact, by hand, I would say it's the right way to do it. You have to learn to make it by hand first. Okay.
So let's see the dough.
Oops. So the other way you have
Oh, wait. Wait, don't move it that fast. There we go. Okay, so that's how it has to be.
right?
My mom always made her pie dough with cold water like this. Yeah, I mean, it's the basic, the most traditional recipe, I think, for the dough of the pastries
And
and
then
everything.
you can add things, and you can
Yeah.
make it like sweet or savory, depends on what you want. If you want it savory for for a pie or for a quiche, then you don't add sugar. But the recipe is the same. That's the basic recipe to make a quiche.
Yeah,
And it's quick, and you don't need to buy the pastry, and that it makes a whole difference in the cake
Yeah.
and in the quiche. It's something that is really worth making.
so the texture, it's very important. So let me press in here. So you see it's soft, okay? But it's not sticky at all, okay? And I'm gonna see if it's good quality.
Keep going.
Oh, I'm doing my job.
You know what happened last time I made this? I made this, and I freeze it, because it freezes really well. And I put it in the freezer,
It disappeared.
and it was not there. Because my son, the little one, he eats it raw and frozen, because he thinks it's like the cookie dough from the ice cream. And it is.
Yeah.
You shouldn't eat this raw, because it's got egg, but in the freezer it's no problem, because all the...
Sorry. Almost everybody is saying that raw dough is the best thing in the world. Yes, Ella, it's raw egg and you have to be careful with it. But it's the raw. I cannot agree more with my son. I love raw dough as well.
Okay, so you can use it straight ahead.
Okay.
You make it with a robot,
Yeah.
because the butter is not too melted. But if you put it in the fridge, it's better.
Yes. So it goes into the
Put it
fridge.
in the fridge for half an hour, something like that. Okay, so that's
That face, I know.
what?
Nothing. Okay, let me show you how this is boiling. Now you see it's all caramel underneath. So now a little bit of a drop of that into your skin will
Will be
make you
hurtful.
scream.
It will. It's bad.
Okay, so please don't do it.
So the traditional tarte tatin, it's made with apples, but now you can make it with.
Onions.
Well, if you make it savory with onions and cheese, or you can make it with pears, you can make it with peaches, you can make it with plums, but I love it with apples.
Yeah, with apples, it's the traditional one and it's mega good.
Okay.
So, shall we open the wine?
Yeah, open the one. Yes.
Okay, so obviously, obviously,
Maybe not so obvious.
no, not obviously, we love our dessert with sweet wines. And as we are having today on Amazon, I saw right now pastry maker machine is from 100 to 250 US dollars. Susan, I mean not here. Okay, It's about time. You are right, Sherry. Wine. So we take it with sweet wine. The thing is that I don't know if this is just a tradition here in this house or that we are just stupid.
It's a tradition in this house.
But the tarte tatin. Okay, this is Spain. Here we have France. On the other side we have Portugal. So we're in the middle. What do we have? Tarte tatin, which is French, with Porto wine. Let me turn the camera around so you get to see. This one is from Osborne, which is a... I could fly to Pamplona and bring you one. Oh, please do so. So this is from Osborne Winery. It's Porto wine. It's made in Portugal. It has 20 years. So it's like, I can't wait to open it. It's like super good sweet wine.
Somebody gave it to us, no?
Yeah, it was a gift like from... I mean, you might think that we are like big alcohol drinkers. We're not.
We are not. I mean, we are given a lot of wine.
Yeah, I don't know why people give us wine. It's
So people give us wine.
It's like, okay. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh.
Let's see what happens. Maybe it's too old.
It is, well, the thing is that this bottle is super old.
Yeah,
And, well, the cork just went down. Ow, I just cut my finger. Me he cortado. With the lid. I need to go to a hospital. Oh, no.
I don't think so. Let's do something. We need to...
Yeah.
Habrá que decantar el vino. But,
Okay, so...
Pass it over and then I'll serve it.
So we're gonna... Because I am Portuguese. Hey, Beverly, you're Portuguese?
And I love the food in Portugal.
Butterfingers, yeah. Blood fingers.
Blood fingers. I mean, you don't... Maybe you don't know him too much, but you know, he's a bit exaggerated.
I'm a big wimp. I'm a... Oh, boo-boo, I need something. Anyway. So... Okay. Vamos a ver. Get in the camera. So, salud, everybody. Here's a boo-boo. Yeah, boo-boo. Well, boo-boo now has to drink. Oh my god, it smells so good.
Yeah.
Madre mía.
Está súper bueno, ¿eh? It's really good.
Really good.
It's really
Okay.
good.
Let me put you... I know it's backwards, but... Osborne, you know, the one with the little bull, Spanish bull. Super good wine. It has been mature in wood, in barrel. The bottles. Madre mía, qué cosa más buena, ¿no?
Está súper bueno, sí.
It's so incredibly good.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. So, let's give it a toast for everybody. Salud. He said, oh, he. We're like, wow, it is very good. I didn't know we had this jewel at home. Like,
I think it cold it should be for
Even
me.
better?
Well, maybe
Oh, I can put it in
somebody
the
would
fridge.
kill me if I put it in the fridge. But
okay. So,
Okay.
shall we do with the dough? Shall we go with the dough?
Right.
So, perfect pairing, France and Portugal together eating in Spain. Yay!
Okay. So you see the tart is cooking.
Sorry.
The tart is cooking. So you come over. So you see it bubbles, right? So we leave it for a while. Right?
Yep.
So what it has to look like
Okay.
is like this. Because
So-
we made it before.
We made, okay, as we said, we're doing 3 tarte tatin.
Yeah, make
The
it
one
3.
we have already done, the one we're cooking with you, but as this one is not going to be ready in half an hour, 45 minutes, which is what more or less we say on here, we have prepared a third one, the one that is going to go.
Don't worry. I mean, people are very happy with us.
Yeah, so everybody loves that we are cooking this. So once that is cooked, this is how it will look, okay? So you see that the apple is
Are you going to touch all the apples?
Did you just smack me? Well, how do you show the texture? It's so good. So this is how it has to look. And one of the things the boss doesn't allow me to do,
The boss.
germs. Oh, it's family germs.
Yeah, well, and
Okay.
it's going into the oven, so
It's gonna go into the oven, so it's gotta be everything's gotta kill.
That's a spoon.
That's a spoon.
Kiko, pues deja del centro.
I'm coming.
Kiko, me estás destrozando la tarta.
That is the boss screaming at me. Get a little bit of the inside.
You know, because...
Wait, because this is super hot, because it just came out from the... Hostia. Oh.
Espero que te quemes, sinceramente.
I just burned my... I burned my thing. There aren't even... Now, Fran, you need to... Yes, I know, but that one is not for you. But it's gonna go in the oven, Sherry. It's the caramel, the sugar, the apple.
You know, this is the kind of tart you eat when you're on a diet.
Yeah.
Because you put like ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Te has quemado.
Yeah.
Igual te lo mereces, cariño. Digo,
She said that maybe I burned my sleep. Maybe you deserve it. It's like, yeah, that's love. FedEx to us. Yes, we will. Okay.
okay. So, I also made another pastry. That was in the fridge. So, what I do is I put it in the fridge with some, how do you call this paper?
Wrapping paper.
Film
paper.
Film paper. Right. And, okay, what I do is I put it between
Wait.
sheets of paper, right? Because it's easier like this. And then it's very good when you are angry. Anda, ¿dónde está mi...?
No sé qué. Oh, by the way, yes, Beverly, that's a great question. These are golden apples, okay? Green golden apples. I think I have one.
I'll show you one.
Clean,
The
it's
kind
clean.
of apple is very important.
It's clean up, clean film. Wait.
Clean film.
Okay,
These apples,
this type of apples. Let us show it to you.
not cooking apples,
N-
eating apples.
Eating apples.
Eating apples, right? Because you need the sweetness of this.
Okay. So
These are the ones that I use. I always use this. You can try with other apples. You see what you've got around you, but it might change the cake.
okay.
But I would experiment because you never know. And then you need your pin.
Your what? How do you call that?
Pin.
Golden apples. That makes sense because they are on the softer side of being weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Golden delicious, maybe.
Yeah, golden delicious.
Golden delicious. Okay. So that's the name. How you call
Golden
it?
delicious, yes.
We have golden apples. Beverly, they do have golden apples.
Yeah, golden delicious. They are called golden delicious in fact. Okay. This is a bit hard. Maybe you have to do it.
These apples stay green. They don't turn red or yellow. Nope.
No, they do turn yellow.
Is that a wax paper for the dough? Yes.
Yeah.
Ana Cristina Zabalza dice, qué bien lo hacía yo. Faja. Rolling pen. Rolling pen.
There's a
How do you- cómo se
rolling
dice?
pin.
Oh, pin, a pad. ¿Cómo le llamas eso? Rodillo.
Rolling pin.
Rolling pin. Rodillo, rolling, rodillo. Okay, I'll take it. So we say rodillo. R-O-D-I-L-L-O. Rodillo.
Too. Okay, so we have adapted and we adapt the cake to the people who are eating that. Some people like it with more crust, and some people like it with less crust, and some people like it depends who is eating that. A ver, hace mucho calor. And you know, the dough is a bit too firm for me.
Do you want me to do it? Or okay, so you get the camera. I'm gonna work.
Hang on. I'll give you another pin.
The one for beginners. Okay, so this is a pin with measures.
So we are going to use this one, right? No, it's too much.
That's true.
It's too hard. Let's use the red one.
We use the right one, correct one.
Let's try the red one. This is a
Where did we buy this one?
in France. This is Joseph. Right, whatever.
Whatever.
So the red one.
Okay. So this one just has different.
Different measures, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry.
I
because
want that rolling pin. I have never seen that. Okay, let me show it to you. So it has different measures on each side.
Yeah. Then
So, sorry. Oh,
like it says
10 millimeters or
yeah, 10
8
millimeters or
inches.
And then you can also, it also got like
A Rollie. So yeah, so it's super easy because this way you make a even
you make it
pastry.
even, right? But you have to decide what you want, right? It's getting better. So I like the other one better because you can just do whatever you want and you don't need to be thinking about this. But it's true that if you want a pastry that looks nicer and more even, then you need to have like the measure, right?
Okay, once we... This is another thingy that we have at home. Cooking utensil thingy. That, in fact, I think this is what is quite helpful. I mean, I really like this one. Because it helps to make the paper perfect fat or how to say thick. The thickness, it's super even.
It's better. It's simpler.
I know. She was like, "You have to do it. I'm gonna do it." No, I didn't, Sherry. She didn't let me even do that.
Oh, you can do it.
You need that thingy. Patty says that she has found it on Amazon, €14, $13.99. $14.
$14.
Okay, let me show them the brand. Okay, this is. I mean, you can buy it anywhere. This is Joseph.
Oh,
Oops, sorry. So, but it's super easy. Yeah, I mean, Amazon now has everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoops.
Okay, the thing is that it has to be more or less round.
Now you need help? Why don't you just ask for help?
Yes, please. Make it a bit.
Okay, Patty found the Joseph one.
Oh. It was.
And how did you look for? Like rolling pin with measures or I don't know.
What do you do?
Oh. The apples have been now. Wait. Okay, so the important thing is that you get.
It fits.
It fits.
It fits.
It fits. Okay, perfect.
So the apples are almost finished, but not.
Not quite yet. They need 5 more minutes.
Maybe not. The thing right. See what happens.
Measuring rolling pin. Okay, if you look for that in Amazon, you will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that's enough. It's this is a small tarte tatin. It goes for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And it just looks like this, more or less. It's the same as the other one.
Okay. So the thing is that these two tarts are different. I mean, it's exactly the same, but this one is going to go to Ainoa's cousin, and she prefers crust over apples. So you see that the apples are a little bit smaller, okay? And this one is for my father-in-law, who loves more apples over crust. So there's just more apples. So that's the only difference. By the way, if anyone who watched White Asparagus class is looking, found really nice white asparagus at Amazon Fresh Store. Thank you, Laurie.
Yeah.
You are the best, people. I love you.
They know everything.
You have the best community in the world.
Best community. Right.
Okay, so
You know that if you put it into 2 sheets of paper, cooking paper, it's very easy, right? And then what you do is you put it in here.
once again, be very careful because the caramel inside it's super, super hot.
Yeah, well, I'm quite ignifugus, but most people aren't.
I mean, if you're normal people like me, that gets burned with absolutely everything, it's like, ooh.
Except when he's eating.
Well, except if I'm eating. I burn, but I don't care if it's sweet.
Okay, and then you do your thing. The thing with this pastry is that it breaks, but it doesn't matter because if it breaks, you just mend it, and that's it. I mean, you don't need anything else. When you put it really like this, you make it like this. Then what I like about this cake is the crust.
Me too. I mean, I love
the crust and the caramel. And then you can lick my fingers.
Yes, you can see the butter on the pastry, but the pastry doesn't really have much butter. I mean, it has.
I mean, no. If you count it, it's like for this cake, what do you use? 300 grams of.
We have 30 grams, which is 1 ounce for the pastry,
It's not the end of the world.
and 110 or 4 ounces for the filling. So, I mean, it has butter, but it's not like.
It's not the end of
It's
the
your daily dose of fruit.
Come on.
You should have seen her eyes like, you're kidding. It's like, it's your basic, hey, you need to have 4 pieces of fruit a day. So,
So you eat
here
4
goes
pieces
2.
of-
And you have 4 pieces of cake, and it works. It worked for me.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so now it's time to put it in the oven.
So it's,
Okay.
how
So-
many Fahrenheit?
So as you can see, it is totally closed. Okay, the caramel inside is beginning to show up on the side. That's
It's
fine.
okay, it's fine.
How long do you have to let it cool down until you put the crust?
Nothing.
Nothing. You put it directly, and then
Well,
goes into the oven.
Wait for 10 minutes so you don't get burnt, but it's okay. If you're in a hurry, no need to wait.
Okay, so what we have, it's 250, no?
220.
220 to 20 Celsius. So
Fahrenheit.
well, let me. It's
400,
220.
425?
Is that the paella pan? No, it's not the paella pan.
No, it's not
Okay,
a
wait.
paella pan. Okay.
It's
No, it's not a paella pan. It's a pan that I use for my tarte tatin. In fact, I bought it for this, but
Yeah.
it's a normal pan.
it's a pan without any plastic because it has to go into the oven.
This is particularly
Hey.
it's a Fisher pan, but ¿qué pasa?
I'm doing a close-up, so I'm like, now they're drunk with all the movement of my camera. Sorry for that. Okay, so are we putting it in the oven?
Yes, we put it in the oven.
Okay, so now you put the cake in the pan, in the oven, 220 Celsius degrees. That I don't know how much is that on Fahrenheit.
We'll work it out.
Okay, and it's going
In
to
the
be
middle, yeah.
yes, in the middle height, and it's going to be there for
Or let's 30 minutes.
okay. So it's going to be there 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Doing.
That's okay. All right.
So
So
what else,
what
boss?
else? What else?
425 Fahrenheit. Thank you, Janet.
Yes, 425.
Thank you, muchas gracias.
Okay, so how do we eat it? I'm going to make something that I think is quite basic, but just in case.
The best. Because you need your dose of dairy. So what do? Whipped cream.
Is your mother coming?
My mom, no, she was doing some. My mom loves sweet. I mean, I take after mama. My mom loves sweets. So she said that she couldn't come today for dinner, but if we drop some of these for her on her doorway, she'll be very happy.
She'll be happy.
So she'll be happy. So what do we do to accompany the tarte tatin? There's 2 things that goes very well. One, vanilla ice cream. If you have some good vanilla ice cream,
Yes, please. Good.
good. After all the effort of peeling the apples and
don't get like rubbish.
no, get good one.
I
Or
used to do that.
yeah, or if not, you put some whipped cream. Okay. The thing is that how do you call it? Chantilly.
Chantilly.
Okay, so instead of doing whipped cream, what we do is chantilly. Chantilly, it's just double cream. It's cream, sugar, and vanilla. See?
Yeah, and vanilla. Right, so most people use powder sugar, like icing sugar, but I don't. I like the crunch. So I put like, so your mother is not coming, no?
No, but I am. And I like it with a lot of sugar.
When my mother-in-law comes, I put like 4 or 5. When it's for me, I put 2. Right, this is over.
We're finishing that one? Ooh, last.
Last, but not least.
No, we love this vanilla.
Yeah, we love this vanilla. It's vanilla and syrup. Oh my gosh. And then you just have, this is the end of the world.
What did we get this one from?
What in the
Home Chef. So probably you
It's
can
an
buy it.
internet,
It's an internet, and it's
You can get it in
super
house.
good quality, and
Oh,
it's
it's a bit sticky this one.
and you see it's like gone.
Done.
So, what is a good ice cream in Spain? Well, here we go to small ice cream shops. We don't buy it industrial. So it's just cream, sugar, and vanilla. Oops.
And I do it by hand.
Yes.
Because I want the...
If you...
Yeah. I don't want it thick.
So Beverly, if you have vanilla from Mexico, I bet it's super good. I mean, guys, that has to be the good one.
Use that one.
Here, where does it come from? You know?
Jamaica.
From Jamaica? It smells so good. Okay, so as the boss is doing that, let me explain you a little bit of the history of the tarte tatin. The tour guide here, I'm back. The tarte tatin comes obviously from France. And I say it comes from the south of Paris, a little bit of the south of Paris, by the Loire Valley, no, that part. The thing is that there were these sisters. They were running a hotel, Tatin, T-A-T-I-N. That is their last name. It was their last name. And they were running this, it was this place where they had the hotel, that I don't remember the name of the city. It was a big hunting place for the rich people in Paris. And one day, one of the sisters, she was cooking, and she caramelized the apples, and she didn't realize that she didn't put the dough underneath. So she said, you know, we don't have time.
That's the legend.
That's the legend. So what she did, she put the crust on top and sticked it into the oven. And they said, okay, let's flip it up. She flipped the gâteau, that pastry out, and it came the sensation of everywhere around the world. The thing is that a chef from Paris tasted, and he took it to Paris. And one of those strange things in the world, he didn't take credit for that. He said that it was the Tatin sisters who made it, and it became world famous. Okay, so it was just a mistake, the sweetest mistake ever, which I think is fantastic. And that is the little history about Le Tarte Tatin.
What was nice of him is not to get the...
Yes, I think it's amazing that somebody who does this and becomes like super wow with one thing doesn't take credit of it because it's not his, which I think it's amazing. Okay, so where are you going? Okay, so look at that. It's beginning to... I would not put my finger in there because that one is not going into the oven. Okay, so that's a good one. So, yay! Super good. You know, this light is like crazy. Let's see. Let me see if I can... Okay, here we go. I don't know. It's like the weirdest light in the world.
Okay.
Yes! So
what I didn't make it very hard.
very thick.
Very
Oops.
thick.
Did anyone study cooking in France?
Yes.
Yes, she did. Well, she went... Okay. More private information here. I know. I always say that she's the big brain in the couple. She studied here economics in Spain, and then she did a master's in France in
Hotel management.
hotel and restaurant management. Okay, and by the way, one of her teachers was Nicolas Sarkozy, the one that later became.
That was in my.
That was in the other one. Anyway, so she got the second title in France, and in there, as they were studying the managing of hotels and restaurants, they had to have some cooking classes because how can you do a budget for a cooking for a restaurant if you don't know about it? So it was very, very good. There is a brotherhood of the Tarte Tatin in France.
Is
Really,
there?
Nina? Okay, Nina, by the way, she lives in Provence and she knows everything about French culture.
Yeah.
So yes, so if Nina says it, I totally believe it.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I think it's the best cake ever.
Yes, to me it's the best cake.
The
in
best
world.
cake ever.
No, she's not a cordon bleu.
No. But the cook at school, because we lived there, it was like Big Brother, but some years ago.
It was.
What's a cordon bleu?
Cordon bleu. And do you remember the cheese week?
Yeah.
It was. Okay.
The cheese week was fantastic.
Did she already speak strong French when she first went to there? Yes, she spoke pretty good French. And then
I learned French in a French school when I was 2, and I was in a French school for some years. So, and then I forgot, and then I came back. So it's been like in and out all the time. But in fact, French is my second It's my second language. Not English.
She doesn't speak good English. That's what she says. And she doesn't speak good German either. It's like...
I speak.
It's like, well. She is so clever.
Come on. Well,
okay.
So what were we saying?
So we were saying about the cheese day.
Oh, yeah. There's a cheese, I think
Whoops.
he's dead already, but at that time, there was a cheese affineur that was called Androuet, and then he was the teacher for the cheese. And I think he's got also a shop in London. We went there. He was a great man. He was fantastic. So we learned a lot.
Yeah. She speaks good English, very good English.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny because she has more of a British accent because she used to go to London and to the British
Very good.
place. And I went to the United States, so I have more American. She is multi-talented, yeah. I would say that the only mistake she made in her life is me.
No, I think Kiko is that
Ouch.
you don't need to give so much information, right?
Okay, so are we kind of ready?
We're kind of ready.
So let us show you the 3 stages of the tarte tatin. Okay, so we have first you do the apples. Okay, you melt the sugar with the butter. You put the apples inside of it. They stay there for about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the apples and everything. Then you do the crust. You take it. Whoops, sorry. Uh-oh. Where are you going? Where is this going? Where's the machine going? Okay, here we go. Can I open it?
Yes,
Will it mess it up?
This one is okay
So-
if you open it.
There it is. Okay.
My gosh.
Let's take it. Ooh. So, whoops. Here we go. So you see that it's beginning to get the shape of the apples underneath. Okay, so that's the good thing. So
That's the good thing.
that's what has to happen. That goes for about 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
You see, we don't have enough time. But
Yeah.
It would be very boring.
And the thing, and it comes out.
It comes out
what?
like this.
Wait.
Oh my. Wow.
Whoops. ¿Qué cogieron le está pasando al gimbal? Okay, sorry. The
Gimbal doesn't
stabilizer doesn't like
you.
me today.
I think
So-
Lucas came by. Yeah.
Yeah, I think your son, which is my son as well, came over here and he has been eating. And you see there are like pieces. I promise I didn't eat that one or
You
that
didn't eat
one.
that
I did not. You're not trusting me?
No.
You're not. Hello.
I mean, I know this. I mean, this is like a puzzle, and it goes in, and the rest there are some missing parts.
Yeah, there's some missing parts everywhere around. So obviously somebody has been eating.
Somebody ate this.
Yes, I mean that.
Somebody. Ate
Anyway, the important thing is that this is once you turn it, once you flip the tarte tatin, this is how it comes out. Okay, it's not a perfectly beautiful looking tart.
Well, it's beautiful looking.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like glazing and
No.
you know. This new type of cakes that it's all about glazing.
Oh no.
It was just like,
I
don't like that either. I think I like these ones, which are much more
Sometimes
natural.
it sticks to the pan, so yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So that's how it comes, and then you top it with a little bit of whipped cream. We recommend it with a little bit of vanilla, okay, the whipped cream, and then or
For
ice
this
cream.
particular dessert, yes.
Yes, and I think this is a blast. Maybe the cat ate it. Maybe the cat did it.
The cat woke up.
The cat that we are allergic to and we don't have. Yeah, I think the cat has 2 legs in this house.
The cat has 2 legs and a frame.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's the French, no? ¿Cómo se llama?
A toupee. Well,
toupee.
our 14-year-old son, now he has a toupee up here. It's like, is that trendy? Well,
It's
teenagers,
trendy.
I guess so.
It's trendy.
So,
Okay, so
I think we are done. Yes,
almost, yeah. So
How long have
we are
we-
in time. It's like 47 minutes.
47 minutes. So, everybody, thank you very much for showing up today. As we can see, it has worked. We are
has
live on
worked.
Facebook, so we are very happy for that. You know that all of these tours are tip supported, so thank you very much for your tips. On the feed, you have our
yours,
tip jar link. It's up from PayPal, so thank you for your tips so much.
If you've got questions, ask.
You have questions, please. What a lovely way of spending my Sunday morning. Yay, California, thank you. Everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful week. On Tuesday, I'm going to do a visit to one of my favorite tapas bars in Pamplona. It's called Gaucho.
Gaucho, yes.
We are invited in the kitchen with the
Tuesday?
chef.
Can I go with you?
If you want. So I'll see you on Facebook on Tuesday. I cannot wait to see you in person on this side of the pond. Okay?
Yeah. In a few days.
In a few days. Oh, by the way, June 7th, Spain opens for people that are vaccinated. So, yay, you can start coming.
Yeah, we will get the masks off, I think.
Yes, by June 7th, in the streets, we're going to get the masks off.
It starts
And in
running,
about 2 weeks, we're going to be vaccinated, the two of us. Yes. So, everybody, have an amazing, amazing week. All of our love.
Yeah.
This will be posted here on Facebook, and I will upload it to YouTube tomorrow in a couple of days. Okay? Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye-bye, my friends.